All right, guys, this is number 9. So I only looked at one question I got today from a friend, and it was about what do I collect? So that made me think about the card hobby. And one thing I really like about collecting cards is that there's a lot of different ways that you can enjoy the hobby. So with me, you might know that I go on eBay a lot and I look for deals. I like rookies, I like investments, I don't like packs, I don't submit to PSA grading, that's just not for me. So what I did is I created 16 different type of collectors. And if you're thinking about getting in the hobby, if you like sports and you like to make money, or you just like to sort things. So maybe you like sorting buttons and you're thinking, okay, what's my next step? Oh, cards. That's a great, entry level if you are a button collector. There's a lot of button collectors that turn into sports card collectors because they like to sort, okay? So I found 16, I just made a list of 16 different types of collectors. And I know I'm missing some, but those are the ones that just popped in my head, so I just wrote them down, okay? So I have 16 here, and in honor of March Madness, hopefully we get it this year, I chose 16 because I know as a teacher when you have 16, like a Sweet 16, then you cut them in half and you have an Elite 8, and then you have Final 4 and then the championship. So this is my March Madness of what I collect. Okay, so I have 16 cards, and what I'll do with that is I'll show you the 2 cards and I'll give you which one is more fits my personal beliefs on what I like to do for a hobby. So the goal is by the end of this, you yourself can kind of self-evaluate yourself while you're listening, and then you can think, okay, so that would go to the next round, this wouldn't, and so forth. And I think what I'm going to do is a 10-point scale. 10 would be, oh, that fits me perfectly. 1 being, not for me, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to shuffle these up. I'm going to pick the first 2. And these are types of collectors. Okay, and I actually have one friend that is one and one friend that's in the other one. Okay, but neither of them are me. Okay, so here's the 2: errors, SPs, and oddballs. And if I think about that for me personally, that's not a focal point of what I collect, but I'm really intrigued by Topps Heritage SPs. I'm really intrigued with the holiday set when you can get a player holding a candy cane bat and swinging, but then people miss it and they don't realize it's a short print. I like short prints. They're interesting. They're intriguing to me. Errors are cool too. I'm learning a lot more about errors with a friend that likes errors in cards. Donruss is known for a lot of errors. So they find little misprints, and they have to, next time they make a bunch of packs, they have to, that was back in like 1990, but that was kind of the idea, where they didn't catch some of the errors, so the ones that are errors are more valuable. And then the other one is oddballs, okay? So we think about Michael Jordan. He's a basketball player, played for the Bulls. He's got kind of an oddball rookie card. He's got the Fleer, which is probably the most iconic one, but he's also got a star, and he's also got a Nike one. So the Nike rookie is really picking up some steam right now. People are considering that a rookie card, but that's definitely an oddball. And if I look at different sets, Kirby Puckett has some oddball rookie cards too, like a Twins postcard from 1985. He's got some local convenience stores that had a set. I think it was 7-Eleven maybe, if I'm wrong, maybe. I might be, I don't know. The other one is a high roller case breaker. So that's someone that buys a case of boxes. So you have packs, you have cards inside packs, and you have boxes of packs, and then you have cases of boxes. So people spend $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 to get a bunch of boxes, and in order to open all of them, you need about 5 hours because it takes a long time to open up some cases there. So what I'm gonna do, this is my first round matchup. I'm gonna give myself a score of 10 being that totally fits my style, 1 not at all. Okay, so for errors, SPs, and oddballs, I would say I'm a 5. It's not my focal point, but I like it. And then high roller case, yeah, that's not me at all. So that's a 1. So for me, high rollers and case breakers doesn't advance to my Elite 8. Okay, so I'm gonna shuffle again. Now we have 14, so 16 minus 2 is 14. So here are the next 2. Oh, golly, these are 2 good ones. Okay, so a PC collector. This might have actually made it to the final 4, but it's up against one that I really like. So PC collector, or maybe you collect the Vikings or Adrian Peterson or Ken Turbeck. So this is a PC, okay? I'm gonna give this one a 7 because I do have some PCs, but not a lot of them. But so 7 for this. Bet you know what this one is gonna be for me. This one's a 10. So if I were to guess, I'm pretty confident that this one will end up making my championship. That's my guess. So I can rip up, ooh, this one would have been a good one, but oh man, it didn't. Had a tough first round matchup here. Okay, let's shuffle these. So now we're down to 12. Top 2, okay. Okay, so Project 2020 or Project 70. So they're kind of the new hip and cool things on Topps website. Or a set builder. Okay, so I talked about I'm not really a set builder, but if I had interest, I would go towards the vintage baseball. So for me, set builder, it's less than the SPs and oddballs, so I'm gonna say a 3 for my personal collecting. Project 2020, oh, that just barely beats that one. I think I'm intrigued. I would buy occasionally. So I would say that would advance in the set builder. For me personally, that's just not my focal point of my hobby. Okay, so next one. All right, top 2. Okay, so next one is vintage. So baseball, football, basketball. And then rookie collector investor, and that really definitely identifies myself. Okay, so I'm gonna say this one, oh my. Okay, I'm gonna say 10 too, because if I think about me as a sports card fan, I focus on rookies, and then I focus on looking for deals on eBay, okay? And then vintage, I'm a little more intrigued recently. I'm gonna say a 6. It actually got higher than I might have said 2 months ago, but it's not high enough, so it didn't advance to the next round. So if you're keeping track in your head, so if these are all going to the Elite 8. Ooh, rookies. Project 2020, I think that's gonna lose second round though. eBay deals and errors and oddballs. Okay, so, And obviously I know you're kind of a combination of these because, like for me, you might be a combination of you like eBay deals and you might like rookies. Okay, so the next 2, when I think of card collectors, you might have people that like to buy to grade. So maybe you buy a bunch of lots and you're thinking, okay, I'm gonna get my magnifying glass and I'm gonna look for that one to grade. So buy to grade PSA or Dollar Bin Dan. You know, before a pandemic, I think that would be really fun to like go to a card show and just look at cards for 4 hours and look for those deals like Dan, but it's kind of hard to do with the pandemic. But okay, so if you look at these 2, buy to grade, I would never grade, but I'm not gonna say that I never will be. Dollar Bin Dan, sorry, I like you. I'm gonna give you an 8 because I would love to go somewhere in person and not worry about the pandemic. So that's why it's not a 10. But if the pandemic was pushed away and if it was okay to not wear a mask, then I would be all about Dollar Bin Dan. But for now, it's only an 8. So this one didn't advance to the next round. Okay, so if you're keeping track in your home, we got how many more? 6 more. Okay, so 3 more first round matchups. Okay, so next one. Ooh, someone that likes to go to garage sales, does Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, and flea markets. Okay, like a place where I live, it's really close to Orinoco, and they have Orinoco Gold Rush days. Okay, that's fun. You find a lot of packs from like the 80s and 90s. Craigslist, never done that. I still find it creepy. Facebook Marketplace, I've done a little bit with that. Garage sales, I kind of dip into it a little bit looking for cheap books for my classroom and puzzles, but I don't find much for cards. Okay, so if I think about me as a collector, I would say it's fun, but I don't find many good deals. And then relics and jersey cards, those are pretty cool. I'm gonna say a 5. So for me as a collector, I'm not one that does garage sales and flea markets. So this one goes to the next round. One of my favorite ones I have is a Jackie Robinson game used jersey, and I actually found that on Marketplace. So one of my few purchases on Marketplace was that Jackie Robinson. It was a game used bat card. Okay. Grab 2 more. Okay, so this is always fun. You know, trade cards with friends. It kind of brings me back to my childhood days. I've done it with a couple friends where we just kind of bring what we got and we make a deal that way. The other one is Monster Collections. Okay, so that one's a 10 plus. That's my favorite part of the hobby. So I kind of got an idea of what I am like as a collector, investor, hobbyist, sports card fan. I kind of know where I am at, but I just wanted to have that clear proof or data to represent my thinking. Okay, so next one, trade cards with friend. I love this. This is actually a 9. It's pretty high because you can really build your PC by doing this as well, but it's hard to compete against Monster Collection. Oh, we are almost down to Elite 8. Ooh, this is exciting. So we're down to 2. Okay, first one is a retail pack flipper and ripper. That's not me. You're never gonna find me at Target or Walmart carrying out 18 hanger boxes. That's not gonna be me, it won't be me. Okay. The other one is all-time great rookies and autos, and this is definitely something that's heating up in the current market. You see Kobe Bryant autographs going for 2, 3, 4 grand. You see all these rookies of these greats that are going way too high. You know, I saw a PSA 10 Ricky Henderson at about $120,000 right now, and it's gonna end tonight. So it's definitely a bunch of these people are going into those. So obviously the retail pack flipper, that's a 1 because it will never be me. I'm not leaving in hope because PSA, maybe I'll turn into that kind of collector, but I will never do packs. All-time great rookies and autos. I'm gonna say it's a 9. It's almost there. I'm not gonna spend money on a Kobe, MJ, or LeBron autograph because they're too high. I did buy a Steph Curry autograph because I think that was underpriced. So I have a nice picture frame of his autograph of him dunking because he's known for dunking. So when I saw a Steph Curry autograph of him dunking, I'm like, everybody associates Wendell Curry with dunking, so I bought that. Okay, so next one. So this is actually the Elite 8. And if you're familiar with March Madness, if you just started watching now, which I don't know why you would start watching now, but if you just started now, we're down to 8 different types of collectors. So we have all-time greats of autos and rookies. We have monster collections. Few and far between. Not many people want 500,000 cards at their house. Weirdos. Okay, so next one, relic cards, so jerseys, bats, and bases. Dollar Bin Dan, errors, SPs, and oddballs. We're down to eBay deals, Project 2020, and rookie collector investors. So just like before, I'm gonna randomize these, and I got numbers on there now, so it's pretty quick. We don't have to talk about it that long, but okay, so next one. Oh, and if you're familiar with math, you would know that a 10 would beat a 9. So eBay deals advances to the final 4. Exciting. Oh, all-time greats. You know, I love those still, but doesn't associate, that's not me yet, because eBay deals is definitely more important in my mind. Okay, next 2. Oh, we have a 10 and a 10, but a 10 plus beats 10 all the time. Oh. So again, final 4, monster collections. When I think about me as a sports card enthusiast, I think of my biggest thrill is that monster collection. That's not for everybody. All right, next one. Oh, it's like a war game. Oh my. 5 and 5. So now I gotta choose relic cards or errors in SP. I'm gonna say errors in SP. Advances to the final four. Interesting. Did not see that one coming. It's kind of like a curveball. Plot twist. Okay, so next one. This is the last matchup for the Elite Eight. Dollar Bin Dan and Project 2020. Project 2020, you shouldn't have made it to the Elite Eight. It's just a bad, easy first round matchup. So, Dollar Bin Dan. Okay, this is exciting. So now we're down to 4. We're down to Dollar Bin Dan, Monster Collections, eBay Deals, Errors, and Oddballs. Okay, so let's see the championship game. So, if you're rooting for Oddballs, hopefully they have an easy matchup, but, I don't think they're going to advance based on my mathematical thinking. Okay, so Monster Collections or Errors SP. And you guys know numbers, so 5, 5 loses. Okay, so Monster Collections are in my championship. Okay, so the next one, eBay Deals and Dollar Bins. Okay, so 8 is less than 10. So if you're just tuning in, you might not know this is kind of me as a collector, investor, slash hobbyist, slash sports fan, but this is how I would describe myself. My 2 biggest things in the hobby, I love Monster Collections and eBay Deals because I have a good idea of pretty much all the inserts and rookies from the last 30 years in basketball, baseball, and football. So my knowledge is pretty big, and I can scan about 10,000 cards and I can really pinpoint which are the valuable cards. So that's kind of like my superhero strength is if you give me 1,000 cards, I can identify the cards that are the most value and give you a pretty good idea of where they are current market value. So some people have different strengths in their lives and I can tell you what sports cards are worth. Okay, so Monster Collections, since 10 plus is bigger than 10, that's number 1. That's my biggest thrill as a sports card enthusiast. The Monster Collections. So if you know anybody that's looking to get rid of cards, I was talking to my friend who I buy a bunch of his cards. He used to live in Wisconsin, and he knows a lot of people in Wisconsin that are looking to move some cards. So when he goes to Wisconsin, there's kind of like a parade that is he goes down the highway and there's people on both sides and like, yay, he's coming home. Do you want to buy my cards? So we got a good setup where he goes to Wisconsin a couple times a month and, he has all these friends that are saying, hey, I need money. You want to buy my cards? And so a lot of times he buys the cards and then brings them back here and then I just keep buying cards from him. It saves me from going to Wisconsin because just like Iowa, I don't want to go to Wisconsin. So when I think of Monster Collections, what I would love to do this summer is rent a U-Haul, take out some cash from the bank and go to Wisconsin. Small town to small town and just pass out $100 bills like it's nothing. And so kind of like Vegas Dave. I guess I want to be like Vegas Dave, except for Las Vegas clubs, it's Wisconsin farms buying cards. So maybe I am on Vegas Dave's team. Maybe we are alike. Okay, so interesting thought. Do you guys have any questions for me? No? Okay, thank you.